When I show you this photo, how does it make you feel? Or this photo? Or what about this one? If you felt uneasy, a little nervous, or downright uncomfortable, you wouldn't be alone in that feeling. What you're feeling has a name, and that name is megalophobia. Today, to celebrate Halloween, we're diving into this fear of massive objects. But with a bit of a twist and inspired by Thright's video, we're going to be recreating the terrifying scale of things right here in Minecraft. So hey guys, and welcome to Minecraft with a little bit of a twist, or should I say a big twist. Just like I said in the intro, for Halloween, I thought instead of the scary, spooky jump, I've decided to add in a bunch of giant structures. And as you can see behind me, we're gonna be diving into some absolutely humongous things in today's video. But before we jump into any of that, I wanna say a huge shout out to Thright. I probably said his name wrong and I apologize if I did. But Thright did a really cool megalophobic video recently that actually gave me the huge inspiration behind this video. In that one, he used MC Edit to actually paste in like some mega structures, like pyramids and some giant archways, which you can get from using World Edit. However, he didn't do something which I was very surprised about. You see, I know this little program called Blender, and there's a plugin for Blender where you can turn any model into a Minecraft schematic. So as you can tell, today I've put some of those models around different Minecraft worlds, and we're gonna be slowly moving up the list in megalophobia. So don't worry, if you think this giant statue all the way in the distance is a little bit small, yeah, this is the start of things. It's all gonna get bigger from here, boys. And getting closer to this thing is making me realize just how tall this thing is. Before we get to the other giant things I've created for this video, let's actually dive into why people might be scared of megalophobia and what megalophobia actually is. Because some of you might be asking, what exactly is megalophobia? Well, to break it down for you, megalophobia is the intense fear or discomfort around massive structures or objects. Think of maybe a giant skyscraper towering above you, giant machinery maybe, or even a natural landscape like a towering mountain or a super deep ocean. For someone with this phobia, those things aren't just big, they're absolutely overwhelming and terrifying. Now yes, megalophobia isn't really widely understood as some other phobias, but researchers actually believe it may be tied to our survival instincts. Just imagine our ancient ancestors encountering a huge cliff or an animal or maybe a deep chasm. Back then, those things could mean danger, and that survival response that we may have had may still be in us today. So when we see something absolutely enormous, our brains may instinctively just tell us to stay back or don't go there. And considering survival instincts are a big thing you need for Minecraft, I feel like it's pretty easy to recreate that uneasy feeling right here. So with that said, let's actually jump into some of the things we've got today, shall we? As you guys can see, the first thing we're starting off with is the giant statue of Jesus. I'm pretty sure it does have an actual name based off a real location, but just look at the scale of this thing. Yeah, look, I'm standing right next to it, but let's adjust the camera a little bit so it actually gives it to proper proportions, shall we? Standing a little underneath it really gives you the scale of this thing. Now, while standing under it does show the scale from one point of view, if we actually just zoom out a little bit with the camera, you might notice we'll get some lag here, but we get further and further away, and just keep my player in the in the view. Okay, we ain't even at exams yet. Here we go. We're almost there. Hold on, give it a minute. Give it a second. There is the statue, and as you can see, that little dot, that little speck at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I jumped in a hole. But that statue is insane. And just seeing me jumping at the bottom, yeah, it really adds to the scale of it. Goodness, it takes a while to fly up this thing. Holy crap. And dude, look at the shadow. I didn't even realize, but the giant shadow. Hey, yo. Holy crap baskets. Wow. Yeah, it's fair to say, this is a great starting point, and like I said, this is just the start. This is ridiculous. Holy crap. I'm pretty proud of this one. This is dope. If you want to check this map out, obviously all the maps in this video are going to be linked down below, along with the mod pack, so be sure to check it out. But with that all said, I think, I'm going to jump off. And there he goes. Oh my god, you can barely see me falling. Well, with that, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Now, I think the best way to actually show scaling with half of this stuff is to just load into a super flat world. After all, you could just make out villages. And well, if we put something right next to it, yeah, it kind of gives you a little sense of scale of what this looks like. I mean, just look at that, a village down there, and then a giant Nico Robin memorial statue. The village obviously needed it, like ASAP, so I built that as soon as I could, but it looks insane. And let's move the sun a little bit. Just look at that. How big is it actually? Like, if I jump down here and try and show it. Holy crap baskets, man. This is huge. Yo, is this the biggest Nico Robin statue ever built in Minecraft? That's crazy. crazy. It really just adds a new meaning to the whole, yo, Nico, Robin, step on me. Hey, yo. And yes, before you say anything, the whole thing is made out of netherite blocks. We needed to make the most valuable woman the most valuable thing, you know? I don't care. I can simple I want, all right? At least I'm caught up with One Piece, unlike some of you. Anyway, enough ripping into the viewers. Let's move on to the next one. Here's where I actually start diving into some of the fear factor. Now, so far, the main things I have been showing have all just been giant statues, giant versions of maybe a tree and stuff like that, but there are actually some things that if they existed and we saw them, they would actually be horrifying. And for some reason, one of the things for me was instantly Godzilla. So your boy went out of his way and, well, we have an actual giant Godzilla, which just looks insane. And the clouds, bro, they're not high enough. This is the highest I could actually set the clouds to, and they still cut through these things. Look at his tail breaches the cloud. What? And well, of course, to give you guys the proper sense of scale for this Godzilla monstrosity, I had to make sure that we could put it next to something that you can actually know the scale of. That is a woodland mansion. And yeah, his foot is bigger than the woodland mansion. And I mean, just putting a Minecraft player within the same frame as it, this just looks insane. We gotta see how it looks from the top of him though. I gotta see that. Holy crap, as I was flying up here, yeah, just seeing this is insane. I mean, look at the little, just down there, you can see all of the trees down here. And then we zoom out and just have this. That is insane. I mean, this is so cool. All right, we need to fly up on top of him because right now this is just, you know, this is only doing so much for me. I need to see more, and oh my goodness, it takes so long to fly over to him. Yeah, standing on top of this dude does not capture the scale well enough. This thing is absolutely giant. And again, just jump off my game. Yo, well, I thought I crashed for a second. Whoa! With that said, though, I think it's fair. We gotta go to the next one. It's only getting scarier from here. And to people with thalassophobia, I'm sorry about the next one. Now, these next ones actually took me the longest to get working because I had to make a Minecraft world where the water would actually go up to 1,000 blocks high. As you can see, we are currently at Y level 1,063. Yeah, the water, it starts at 1,062. And well, for some people, this would probably be enough to terrify you if you have thalassophobia. Or heck, maybe this will do it. Do I dare look down? Oh, snap. However, for this structure, yeah, we actually need to change shader packs. Once we go underwater, yeah, this, it doesn't look too crazy. I mean, it just looks like giant blue. There's nothing really here. It doesn't get much darker the deeper we go. I mean, it gets a little bit darker, but that's really about it. I want one that has light rays coming through the water. So let's quickly swap over and then show off what is actually down here. And well, swapping to the Solus shader pack adds just that. And well, as you can see, looking down, I'm sorry, I have a fear of the ocean and this is horrifying. Yeah, it gets darker and the light rays cut straight through. This looks so good, but if I turn around, we aren't in the water by ourselves. There's something down here. Right down here, just out of our vision, is a giant underwater statue that has been built by someone some time ago. And I mean, the light rays cutting through from the sun, just lighting this up, bro. That is creepy. Like, your eyes, just imagine something behind that coming around, bro. Nah, I'm actually kind of crapping my pants about this one. I'm also very happy with how this one came out. It looks so good. And to people that are ballsy enough to stick around for this next part, we're gonna swim down and go even further because that's right, the statue goes even deeper. And well, it gets to a point where the light rays eventually will stop helping us out. But man, I think, yeah, this definitely captures, in my opinion, thalassophobia mixed with megalophobia. This is great. I'm really, really happy with how this one came out. And it is just horrifying, especially when you add the swimming of Minecraft and you just swim away from it. And you can still make out its shape, but you don't know what it fully is. Bro, I'm really happy with how this one came out. This looks so good. Unfortunately, though, we can get even creepier when it comes to being underwater and, well, giant creatures. There is definitely something hiding in the water. And, well, yeah, if you could tell by the thing behind me, this is horrifying. This, my friends, is actually a giant, humongous anglerfish. Yep, bro. Yeah, this one's creepy. Oh, let's swim into its mouth, shall we? I mean, what else would a reasonable person do? Yep. Okay. All right, yeah, we're diving into my fear now, thalassophobia. I'm good. You know, I'm good. It was fun when I started. No thanks. Let's disable the water. There it is, a giant anglerfish. And if we re-enable the water real quick, yeah, just like that. You can't see it, but if we move closer, you can start making out maybe the teeth. And then you get a little bit closer, you see its shape. Yeah, this one is a little terrifying. A little terrifying. You know what? And my game's also shitting itself, so I think we got to move on to the next one. How about we actually get out of this water? Because, yeah, the water's just not it, Chiefs. I'm sorry to say. I'm getting out of this place. And for people with the fear of spiders, I'm sorry. You may want to look away for a minute. Yeah, I added a giant spider to our world. And if you can't see where I am, that's me right there. This is the spider. It's a little big. And I really think this one came out the best in terms of showing the scale of an actual creature, because the legs itself go on for so long. And just seeing the absolute size of this giant black spider, and yep, those are its eyes on top. Wow, it's even hard to believe just looking at this. It looks insane. And I haven't actually seen this yet, but if we time set midnight, how's this going to look? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is sick. Oh, and yes, to people with a very good keen eye, yes, you would be correct. That down there is a village. That's the spider. Wow, it's a big boy. Okay, that's like a planet-eating spider. Whoa! And just seeing it with my player, again, I always do this, but seeing the players actually stand here with the structures in the background, that's ridiculous over there. That thing's crazy, but it doesn't end here. Even though I've shown statues, giant versions of actual creatures, there was something still missing from my brain. And this next one was the original idea I came up with in the first place. I don't know if you guys know about this, but if you know what an angel actually looks like, by the Bible's definition, it isn't actually just a goddess with some wings. The true answer is a hell of a lot creepier, and well, I want to capture that creepy level in a real world environment. This is the final mega structure, and it's my favorite one by far. Now, to properly show off this next one, I have actually installed the New York City replica map, and that's why I'm also moving very slowly, because you can already see my game is crapping itself with the lag. But you can see just by being here, the buildings here are absolutely huge in themselves. But if I turn around, there is something even bigger above us. And even though we could see it, we still can't process just how big that is. This, my friends, is a Bible accurate angel, or one of them, I should say. This is my favorite creepy one. A bunch of rings with a bunch of eyes located within it. But now you might be saying, Troy, why aren't you moving around too much? Yeah, well, if I start doing that, my game starts shitting itself. So I can only really show you guys what this looks like from certain angles. But I mean, it is absolutely humongous. This came out the best out of any of them. And to fully show the scale of it, again, let's turn the clouds off. Now, showing the actual scale of this is extremely difficult, but I can tell you this, just from looking at it, it is giant. I mean, the shadow it casts on the city alone is huge. I still don't actually know what the max height of this thing is. So let's fly all the way to the top and see just how big it really is. And oh my goodness, fly. Oh yeah, starting to rain. Yeah, that's gonna help the FPS. Standing at the highest point on this angel only actually gets us to 579 blocks high. And considering this mod allows us to go up to 2,000, if someone has a more powerful PC, you could probably push this even further, but just know your PC may explode. I am using a 3070 Ti, but there are people with 4080s and all that kind of stuff. So who knows, you may be able to push it even more. But for me, yeah, this is a lot. And well, if we just zoom out for one last time, ignore all this lag, and just show my character in scale with the city below us. Oh, this is gonna take a minute. All right, hold on. Let's actually get to a proper view distance. This is crazy. You see that little speck at the top of the screen? The one that's moving slightly? That's me. This is huge. And with that, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. This was very fun for me to do. It took many days of trying to render all this stuff in, get it to work, go through many tests and many different problems. But honestly, I had so much fun getting these. And when you play in the world without recording, the world actually runs very smoothly. And seeing this truly looks incredible. So again, all the maps that were in this video are going to be linked down below. They're all going to be in one zip, so you can find them all there. And of course, you'll also need the mod pack, which is also linked down below. But guys, I hope you did enjoy this one. But with that all said, my name is Troy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And see you guys!